Game started.
Slickfish. All right, 1340. Let's try d4. And see what we get. Okay, this could be a Grunfeld or a King's Indian. It's a Grunfeld. So I play the main line of the Grunfeld. I never played this crazy line that Chess Explained has been playing lately with h4, h5. But this line always seemed pretty good to me. I guess Black, if he knows what he's doing, can equalize or get dynamic compensation. White gets the big center though, and it seems that his position is a bit easier to play. So this is maybe not the main line anymore. It used to be the main line. You avoid knight f3 so that White doesn't have a chance. Black doesn't have a chance to pin the pawn. You play the knight to e2 and the bishop to e3, shoring up your center. And Black usually plays the move c5 here, attacking the center. There it goes. So this is a pretty typical setup for the Grunfeld. And yeah, just keep taking back, holding on to that center pawn. And of course always having to be careful about this rook here. So now this is still well defended. The rook, I wonder whether the rook is better on b1 or c1. c1 supports the bishop in case it ever gets loose. There's nothing attacking it currently. The knight could attack it, I guess, at some point. Oh, yeah, maybe c1 is a better square. I mean, on b1, you're putting some pressure on the b pawn, perhaps. So I'm going to castle, next move. Yeah, this move, I think. And then decide how to advance those pawns, or how to further my position here. Maybe the pawns just stay there and you move your pieces about to better squares. I could think of playing queen d2, bishop h6, just getting rid of his bishop, which is pretty good in this setup. Yeah, so he gets a rook on the c file. I don't think it's a threat just yet. So let's trade off his dark squared bishop. I don't want to give up my light squared bishop. And he can't really move his bishop. He can play that. So I take his bishop now. And if he wants to grab my knight, I can take back with the bishop and still defend my d-pawn. So I don't really have to react to that pin. But now I should probably do something. Rook takes, queen takes. If I just move the knight, yeah, let's just block that pin. So my knight is still defending here. His bishop doesn't have so many great squares, and let's bring my knight to f4 maybe. f4 to d5. See if I can poke and prod at Black's camp a bit. This knight is a bit out of play. If I could get my queen to a good position, my knight to a good position, maybe there's an attack here. Maybe now I could play this h4, h5 idea. Knight to d5 also seems like a reasonable idea here. hitting the e-pawn. Okay, I'm going to let that bishop stay. Yeah, let's go with this attack on the h-file. See how far I get with this. Since he never moved his e-pawn, so he kind of, if the e-pawn had been moved, for example, even to e6, then his queen would be guarding that square, and I couldn't have played that move without some preparation. He could try e5 now, hitting my knight. Pawn takes, queen takes over here. Might be annoying. Okay, he's stopping to think. Always a good sign. Oh, he just clamps down on it by playing. By playing h5 himself. So let's move the knight away. This opens up the diagonal for the queen. The queen could go potentially to g5 or h6. Queen g5, knight back to f4 threatens to take on h5 because of the pin, and then I have the idea of pushing this pawn, pushing the e-pawn forward to open up a line against g6 there. Actually, that might have been a more active move immediately. Rather than move the knight back, just play e5. Okay, so Slickfish is thinking about this. This is maybe a bit of a tricky situation, but I don't know. Queen g5, he can always kick it away with f6. These pieces seem defended. I can always, of course, kick the bishop with the move d5, but the bishop can just go to another square. It's got a few squares it could go to still. The knight is a bit out of play, but on the other hand, it's not loose over there. So it's not really a target. So maybe though, queen g4, if it provokes queen g5, if queen g5 provokes f6, maybe that's a good thing anyway. But maybe the better order is I play I play the move e5 first. Here, let's see if is my opponent still connected. He's been thinking for 2 minutes. That's kind of a long time. Here, let's see if let's make sure I'm still connected. Yeah, I'm alive. His clock is still ticking. I hope he hasn't disconnected. Okay, so what I was saying was maybe the move e5 here would be better because it puts a clamp on f6, and after e5, queen here puts a clamp on f6. Yeah, I'm threatening g6 perhaps. Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about. Oh, he played f6 now. Okay. So that's an idea. So he's already weakened g6. So if the knight goes back to f4, it doesn't seem to help. If I play e5, he could just push on. And then I could play queen here. Tricky. Makes you wonder. Oh, you know what it did? It weakened the square e6 here, which is a monster fork. King, rook, queen. So he needs to defend that. He can take a pawn with check. Yes. Okay, that works. I don't want the knight getting pinned, so I don't want to go to h2. Aha. So he's clamping down on the bishop. It's like he's going to win the bishop, but he overlooked the fork.
Check.
Gotta stay alert to those
Black
tactics.
resigns.
Okay, well, that game had some interesting spots in it. I guess I will upload it, and see you guys later. Bye.